What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I promised you guys I would do an episode on the truck, and that's what we're gonna do today. So I'll get right into it. I had a small pickup truck, a 96 Toyota, extended cab. It wouldn't fit my family for the things that we needed to do with the truck. So I'd say about 3 years ago, I decided that I was gonna shop around for a 4-door truck. I definitely wanted a diesel. I didn't want a truck that big, to be gas. I already got a gas guzzler. The Jeep sucks it down anyway. I needed something I could daily drive. So I started getting online because I'd never owned a diesel before. My dad's owned, a Ford 7.3 4-door. I think he owned a 6.0 at one point. He had a 2500 HD Ram. Or no, it was a Ram. Yeah, it was a 2500 Ram. I can't remember the year. And then now he owns a LBZ Duramax 4-door. So when I got into the market for looking for a diesel, truck, I did some talking to him about it. I got online, did a whole bunch of research online on all the motors and what years were good years and what problems the diesels had. Because one thing, he had a transmission blow up in his Dodge. I remember that. So I did a whole bunch of research and narrowed a few trucks down, a few years down on what I wanted. So I was looking at Duramaxes. I definitely wanted an LBZ with the Allison transmission, or I wanted a 7.3. Was kind of what I was set on in the beginning, was a 7.3, because they're just renowned for how long they last. And then I was looking at 6.0s, but they had a bunch of problems with them. Guys were saying about how bad they were, but my buddy has a 2001 or a 99. He has a 99 F350 6.0, and the truck's beautiful. And when he was working in the logging industry, guys, every guy that ran, guys all have lifted trucks out here where I am. A bunch of logger guys, truck drivers, and stuff like that. And they all said to buy the 6.0, and if you bulletproof it, the truck will never die. Now, I know that ain't true. You can kill anything. But when I did my research, on all the different trucks and stuff, I started to actually get set into really being interested in the 6 liters because of how good they are after you put the work into them. Now, it takes about $10,000 worth of work. You got to rip the cab off the truck, you got to stud it, you got to put in the whole bulletproof system, and other things, You know, the turbos foul up. You got to pull them off and clean them and refurbish them and stuff like that. So, you know, but the 6.0s have been around long enough, and even the 7.3s have been around long enough that guys know what the problems are with them, and you know, how to fix the issues and solve the issues. You're not going to find that on newer trucks. They just haven't been out there long enough. You know, the Ford 6.7s, they haven't been out there long enough to really show, you know, how, you know, the things that can go wrong. And I'm sure Ford figured a lot of things out with, you know, the years of Powerstrokes that they've had, but, you know, they did build the 6.4, and the 6.4, in my opinion, after everything I read on the dang things, they're pieces of junk. And I couldn't have gotten into a 6.7 or a newer diesel anyway, just because I didn't have $50,000 to spend on a truck. My budget was pretty much 30 grand. So, you know, I was looking 3 states wide for the perfect truck. I spent probably about 3 months looking for a truck. You know, I found a truck that I really liked down in Oregon, and you know, I contacted the guy, and he wanted $28,000 for the truck. It was, you know, it was a beautiful truck. It was already lifted, you know, had 37s on it, had, you know, nice rims, you know, good stance. Everything checked out, you know, had good miles. But when I went to the bank and I called the bank, I didn't really have any money for a down, but I have really good credit. And so they said they can only give me about $21,000 for a 2007 F350. That's just as high as they can go. So, you know, I tried to get the guy to come down, and he said he'd come down to $26,500. Well, it's still more than I wanted. I tried to get him down to 22 or 23, but the truck was worth what he was asking for because of the money he had put into the truck and how well he had taken care of it, and everything else that I was looking at, and that includes Duramaxes. Everything that I was looking at that was out there was either beat up or had really high mileage on it, and I needed something that, you know, I could count on for my family. You know, I bought a truck for my family, not just for myself. It's not a toy. You know, my Jeep is my toy. You know, I got a Harley that's my toy, but the truck is, you know, going to be my daily driver, and it's a workhorse. So, you know, I sat around for about 2 weeks, kept looking, kept seeing if anything else would pop up on the market. Stuff did. I did find another 6-liter at King Ranch, but the interior on that truck was just tore up. You know, and if I'm going to spend somewhere around 30 grand, I want to be nice. You know, you know, I'm almost 40 years old. I'm not a kid anymore. I wanted the heated seats. I wanted, you know, nice interior, and I was really picky on what I wanted. So you know, I ended up selling my little Toyota pickup and having about $5,000 extra dollars, and so went to the bank, did the whole deal. Guy drove, you know, to me from Oregon, and gave me the invoice on all the work the diesel shop had done to the truck to prove that it, you know, all the bulletproofing had been done correctly. You know, I looked up the shop. You know, I called the shop up, asked them if they had, you know, remembered the truck and if there were any problems when, you know, they did the work or anything. You know, they cleared it, said it was great. He had the bulletproofing done when it was at about 70,000 miles. They replaced the injectors with stock injectors. So, you know, I'll have to, later on down the road, that might be something I upgrade in the truck, is put some bigger injectors in it. You know, but I was happy with the money that I paid for the truck, the purchase that I made, you know, the miles that were on it, how well he had documented, you know, how he had taken care of it. So I didn't buy the truck because it was a Ford 6-liter. I bought the truck because it was right for my family, and it was the type of truck that I was looking for. I didn't really look at Dodges much because, you know, personal experiences we've had in the past in my family. We've had bad experiences with Dodge transmissions. You know, I'm not partial to Dodge, Chevy, or Ford, but I'm not actually a fan of the Dodge body style. If you're a fan of the Dodge body style, then, you know, you're going to love Dodges. You know, I'm a truck driver, so, you know, I know a good diesel motor. You know, the Cummins motor is a great motor, but anyway, that's why I bought my truck. Anyway, a little bit about the truck. It's 2007 F350. It's got 37-inch Toyos on it. It's got a mix of a lift kit. I think it's got Pro Comp traction bars, the 4 links, and then I think it's got all rough country shocks. Later on down the road, I'd like to maybe change those out and do like full coilovers. You know, 2007 was a really good year for the Ford 6-liter. It's what everybody says is the best year. You know, it had the least of the problems, and when you delete them and stud them and you know, update all the oil cooling and fully bulletproof them, they're a badass truck. This thing's got a tuner on it. It's got a SCT like X4 or whatever. I think the guy put a can tune in the truck. You know, it runs well, it shifts well, it's got plenty of power. Later on, I'd like to take it, you know, to a dyno and actually have like some custom tunes made for like towing and stuff like that. But for now, you know, the truck runs beautiful. You know, I don't push too hard, although that it's got a 4-inch straight pipe, a turbo back. I think it's I forget. I'd have to look it up. I might find it and put it in the description underneath. Anyway, it's straight piped, and man, it sounds sweet. You know, when guys say there ain't nothing that sounds like a 6.0, you know, turbo whistle, they ain't kidding, man. The thing sounds like a jet engine. I'll put a clip in here for the exhaust sound. Anyway, that's pretty much why I bought the truck. Now, I wanted to do this video about 3 weeks ago, but, you know, it's been pouring rain here, and I couldn't get outside, and then 4th of July and everything like that, you know, kind of got caught up with the family. Anyway, my next video, I'm going to be doing a install of those floodlights as reverse lights on the truck, so you guys should expect an install video of that pretty soon. I think I'm working all next week, so I won't really get to it next week, but maybe expect a new video in 2 weeks. Might do something a little special for that video, so I'll keep you guys thinking about that. As for other stuff, you know, leave some comments down below. My dad's doing more work to his 65 F250 4x4. You know, if you want, we can do a video on that. I just got to know what you guys think. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.